food is the first priority of man's three basic necessities apart from clothing and shelter. This first necessity has become a daily challenge that man struggles to meet in his life's journey. According to the latest Consumer Price Index and Inflation Report released by the National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria's food inflation surged to 40.1% annually, which is about 15 points higher compared to the rate recorded in the corresponding month last year. Despite Naira's rebound, the figure showed that the country's inflation surged by 3.62% compared to the 37.92% recorded in February. Now, this morning, our phone in segment, we will be looking at ways in which, the ever increase in food prices can be contained. So, of course, we will definitely put our phone line up on your screen for you to join in the conversation and dissect, this matter with us. We know that food prices keep increasing, but the experts are really working on it, and it's really saddening considering that Nigeria is one of the major agricultural country in Africa. We can really pride ourselves as a country that is really good with agriculture. So what is happening? What is wrong? How come with all of this lands and farmers, and I'm talking about farmers that are really enthusiastic about what they do, how come we're still not having availability of food? The prices is quite expensive and high. So would want to definitely hear from you all to dissect this particular situation. So I think we have a caller. Do we have a caller? All right, I think we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us. Let's find solutions together. I mean, Nigerians are one smart people, so definitely you have something in your cupboard, some kind of advice that you can definitely do about all of this. But then, yes, let's dive into, the significance. I mean, Nigerian has definitely witnessed food inflation in March 2024, reaching a staggering about 40.1% on year, according to the NBS. Now, this represents a rise that's, when you compare it to even February, the month of February, it was at 37.92%. And the situation has serious implications for Nigerians, particularly, those struggling financially. I mean, at this point, if we're talking about those struggling financially, there is a larger percentage due to the, of course, the ripple effect of the change of, that's the Naira value, even though now it's been recovered. But then we saw how Naira just shot from 700 per dollar to, over 1,000. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Your name and location, please.
Good morning. My name is Daybreak from Osun.
Oh, from Osun State. It's good to have you. Go ahead with your contribution.
I want to make contribution how to address. Yes, I want to make contribution how to address the food inflation in Nigeria.
Of course.
The main causes of food inflation in Nigeria is a challenge from insecurity. And the best way to address is to first tackle the insecurity. Thank God, formerly I was in the northern part of this country. And I found that during my stay in the north, there are a lot of food productions here and there because of the water land and the flat ground that they have there. You can see that today the concept of food production in the north has drastically reduced because of insecurity. The bandits, the Boko Harams of a kind, and all these things. It's where the bandits are even the concept that the Boko Haram are also the problem now in the northern state. and which have escalated to even to the part of the southwest, which I am now presently. So most of the farmers could not go to the farm. And with this, since when there is low production, automatically little that we have, there will be inflation. So the government should first address the issue of insecurity. But now we address the insecurity, then when farmers can go to farm readily, they can go to farm with their people without being fear of being maybe kidnapped or killed. See what happened, but no, the other time I was there. You see what happened. People that goes to the rivers to catch these little fish, which a poor man or a mini Nigeria can use to make little rice or maybe make some little soup. You cannot get those things now in the north. So because when they go to the river, they shoot them there, they kill them. They won't want to go to the river now in Borno State. And even in many parts of the country now, even in Osho where I am now.
Oh, that's really disheartening.
So a lot of things are happening. So the most problem to tackle the inflation is to address the security, and the insecurity of a kind is not just for one man's problem.
Indeed.
So we should be able to do that. But then we do that when there is abundant food production. When there is demand, the law of economics is that when there is demand and there is no production, then there will be inflation. But when all this politics of the kind of government, it's not the issue to be addressed. It's not the problem not the solution to the problem. But rather they should address the security where farmers can go to farm anytime, anywhere. I remember in the north, they go to farm even in the early morning. They say allow us in the morning, they will go to farm. They come back at their own leisure time, at their own time. But now they can't do that.
Indeed, I mean, food insecurity is one of the major problems.
The Southwest plant, the housemen will come with their cows and they will eat them off. And see, all these are called food inflation.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I mean, yes, agreed. One of the major problems of the current food insecurity is definitely. Can we please let that person go, because the person is still on the line? It's one of the major issue. It's definitely insecurity. I mean, we're talking about how fish has become so expensive. People cannot even go to the rivers, which is definitely located in the middle of bushes, in order to even, catch these fishes. All right, we have another caller. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us? All right, I think we lost that call. Go ahead, call the number on the screen. Let's hear from you. Please, while you're calling, stay away from your TV set. Let's have, a very deep conversation. All right, good morning. Good morning. Please tone down the volume of your TV or stay away from the TV. Okay, I think we have to let you go. I mean, there will definitely be traffic. Other people would want to have the opportunity to call in. So if you just get an opportunity and your number connects, please just stay away from your TV. Let's hear from you. So we're talking about the surge, that's the inflation on food in Nigeria. All right, we have another caller. Good morning. We lost that call. Go ahead, call us back. Let's talk about food inflation. And one of the major problems, like our previous caller mentioned, is the insecurity. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's good to have you. Your name and location, please. Please tone down the volume of your TV. Just talk to me through your phone. There will be a bit of delay if you want to wait to hear my response through your TV.
I'm Abdullah calling from Kwara State.
Okay, it's good to have you, Abdullah from Kwara. Go ahead.
I'm Abdullah calling from Kwara State.
Are you still with us? All right, I think we lost Abdullah. Please tone down the volume of your TV if you have to watch yourself or watch me react to what you're saying, or just avoid the TV. Anyways, but then, yes, talking about the curses of, the rising of inflation. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, please turn down the volume of your TV. Your name and location, please.
I'm calling from Nigeria State. My name is Afolabi.
Afolabi, it's good to have you from Niger. Go ahead.
My own contribution to this issue is that the government need to come in, because from where I grew up here in Niger State, if I could recall, in those days, every primary schools, the government schools, have their own farm. But now, you can't find that anymore. Every school, primary school, secondary schools have farms where every principal will take you that this is how we grow things, this is how we grow rice, this is how we grow maize, this is how we grow this and that. But now you can't find that anymore. And if government have to dictate price for people, they need to invest in that, because you can't dictate price for what you don't have. If I go to farm and I put all my crops, I decide how I sell it. But if government invest more in this, when you go to market, you saw somebody selling 6 naira and the government is selling 3 naira, you go for that 3 naira. But me that have to put my strength, everything, and bring out those things, I will dictate my price. So we need government to come in. That would be my contribution.
Indeed. Thank you so much for calling Afolabi to share your thoughts on that one. Yes, another issue that people have been pinpointing as another cause of inflation, of course, is the fact that prices, are not regulated. So even if finally there is a bit of production from farmers, then people, the traders, take advantage of that to, of course, to add prices on this food. All right. Do we have another caller?
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
It's good to have you. Your name and location, please.
Zubaydat from Kogi State.
Zubaydat from Kogi. Go ahead. Please turn down the volume of your TV set, Zubaydat. Are you still with us? Okay, I think we lost her. Please go ahead, call us. Let's hear from you on, your thoughts on exactly the solutions of how we can move from where we are at this point. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Zakir from Lagos.
Zakir, it's good to have you from Lagos. Go ahead.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, so although I met you people discussing about it, but what I want you to do, the government to do now is that government should establish and call other companies like First Bank. Let's have First Bank Rice, Eco Bank Rice, or Eco Bank Food, or all banks, or all the companies. They should establish food items or farm, so that more employment we will have more employment and more food. So if you have Eco Bank Rice, First Bank Rice, Access Bank Rice, Access Bank so more food will be in Nigeria.
All right, appreciate your call, sharing. That's another angle. We hope that all of, your contributions are heard by the necessary stakeholders on that one. But then a lot of things, I think the NBS made mention of the food, particularly that their prices has surged in this year-on-year basis. Rice amongst them, all right? Rice is among them, rather. Okay, we have another caller. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us? All right, we lost that call. Please go ahead. Call us via the number on your TV screen. Stay away from the TV. Let's hear from you properly. Good morning. We lost that call. It seems network is affecting us. Before you call in, please find a place that is more conducive, that you can get reception, so that you would use the opportunity to, of course, share your thoughts on that one. So, talking about one of issues also affecting this, we have this is affecting the increase of poverty.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
It is Abdullah from Kwara State. I'll be back.
Okay, Abdullahi from Cross River.
Yes. No, from Kwara.
Oh, from Kwara. Oh, it's good to have you back. Go ahead.
The issue of this inflation of food in Nigeria is the ingredients of we Nigerians. It's not from our big men. Like people said before, when things are so hard, like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it's not for him, because now, for example, now in a community where they are selling a bag of rice, assuming 3 naira. So if you go to some places, they are selling it with their own price. And we want government to come into the matter, and they should monitor everything on how things are being sold, because now it is the greatest of we Nigerians and people that are selling the food stuff.
Well, that's okay. If I get you, Abdullahi, correctly, thank you. I should appreciate you for calling in with your thoughts as well. It's all about still what the government are doing, even though you said we shouldn't push the blame on the current administration. At this point, I don't think anybody is pointing a finger at just one person. There are definitely other vices that have affected all of this happening. I mean, a caller made mention of security, which is something that we all agree it's one of the reasons that have affected, food production in Nigeria. Someone else even made mention that, the palliative that has been given, it's not enough, because for how long would you and your family, take all of that? And this whole issue has created a huge load of gap between the middle class and the rich. Now the middle class have moved down because the food is pricey. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please.
This is Pedro from Edo State.
It's good to have you from Edo. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my contribution to this food issue in Nigeria, there is no more youth that is farming. Those days, our parents maybe have 5 children. He will send 2 to school. He will say 3 be farming with me. Nobody is farming again. Everybody is just they are just most of them is traveling out of the country. Most of them is going to the city, and nobody wants to farm. That is why the people that is farming just from the northern side alone. That's my contribution.
Thank you so much for pinpointing another issue that is definitely facing the country. I mean, for people that even want to farm, there's a lot of lack of, the things that they need, including, example, the fertilizers. The prices of fertilizers have surged. We've seen how farmers have called on the government to assist them with all of this. But then for those that don't even want to farm at all, I mean, there was a time that there was a decline in farmers in Nigeria. Before, the North is majorly known for, a large number of farmers, but then still we definitely have farmers all over the country. And now it's like the younger generation coming up are not really interested in farming at all. But then other developed countries are known to invest in farming. So when it comes to farmers, I don't know if it's because of a setting, it tends to affect the respect people give them. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
It's good to have you. Your name and location.
Okay, thank you. My name is Ariel Issa, and I'm calling from Borno State, BU.
Okay, good to have you from BU. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just want to contribute about your topic there.
Of course.
Okay, actually, it will be very, very difficult to control the price of foodstuff in this country unless if there is enough security for farmers to go to their farms. And secondly, there must be enough farm inputs for the farmers. Government and the society cannot expect farmers to sell their food so cheap while they buy fertilizer and chemicals very expensive. There are many people that depend on farming to sustain their family, to pay fees for their children, cost of transportation, to transport farm products from the farm in the bush to the houses are very expensive. So the best thing the government should do, they should invest more in agriculture. That is to the real farmers, not politicians who rally around and carry these things and give it out to their supporters who are not farmers. These are the kind of challenges we are facing. Even if the government said that they want to implement anything to assist in agri, they'll just use their political channels. And these politicians will just carry these things and give it to their supporters who are not farmers. And at the end of the day, you'll see this in the market, but the real farmer will not benefit. So how can the price come down? It will be very difficult.
But you would agree with me, Alhaji, that every government comes to the same agenda, saying they want to invest in agriculture. But then, if security is affecting that, with all of the loans that was given to farmers, and they come to complain that because of the insecurity, they are not even able to, plan, their farming and even have a harvest for them to sell and pay back government their loans. Don't you think, a step back to security would at least guide this decision?
You mean security? Well, in the security, people can, for example, now, sometimes ago there was Uncle Goro's program. Hello?
Yes, of course, I'm with you.
Yes, so you see, especially that Uncle Goro's program, I participated in it. And up to now, we are suffering because every farmer in our area, we applied for a loan of 250,000 naira. That it will be given to the farmer in terms of farm inputs and cash. Everybody signed that form, submitted it, and the government released the money. What was given to the farmer in total was only about 75 to 80,000 naira. And up till now, since 2017, the balance of that 250,000 naira, whether in cash or in whatsoever, has not been given to the farmers. And the Uncle Boros came back and said that they want to even collect farm produce worth 200,000 naira. While what you give to the farmer is not worth up to 100,000 naira. How can this work? And these are politicians, you see. So the farmers, even now, we have to even group ourselves and get a lawyer, and we'll say we can't pay back this kind of thing. So the government they are not honest. They just involve politicians in many of these things, and it doesn't work. Let them get professionals to handle such things. If they want to invest in farming, let them get real professionals, those who know about farming. Let them organize the real farmers and let the money come to the farmers so that they will work. But when they start putting politicians just to compensate them, it will not work. These are the kind of things. And for the farmer now to go to the local market, it's for you now to get farm inputs. It's like smuggling. For example, like you can't get urea in our area. For you to go to the farm, you have to, just like smuggling, you have to toss it through those whom you know. Okay, can I get this thing to put in my farm? They will tell you that it will not be sold out in the open market because of security reasons. They will use it to make bombs. And it is not true. People are suffering. How can you farm maize without using fertilizer? It is not possible. It is never possible. No maize. And the major crop that is sustaining this country now is maize. They use it for poultry. People feed on it and all these things. And now they can't even allow fertilizer to circulate, but so that people will farm their farm. You see, this kind of so many things embarrassing farmers all over like that. But we pray that they will listen to the real, genuine cause of this things we are saying, so that they will realign the way they do their things. But anytime they want to engage politicians into this kind of thing, it will never work. It will never work. Let them get professional. If they are serious, let them go and get maybe companies that are willing to do these things for them.
Yeah.
And now they will source either maybe field officers, those who are professionals, and now they will trace where these real farmers are. Now they will assist them. Then they will get results. But the politician is there to make money and nothing else.
Oh, well, honestly, it's good. It's so good to hear from a farmer, coming to
I'm a farmer.
dissect.
Even yesterday I was on my farm. But it is very difficult for you to go to farm. Now, for example, now, in our area, to get 1 liter of gramazone is 7,000 naira, 1 liter. To get herbicide like say glyphosate, you pay 4,000 naira for just 1 liter.
It's really disheartening, and these are things that we produce ourselves. Honestly, it's really disheartening that we have gotten to this point where things, even as you made example of maize. Maize used to be really cheap in Nigeria. It's even associated to, okay, it's a common man's food. I mean, it's easy to access, but then now it's become so expensive. Well, I appreciate your thoughts. I appreciate your thoughts on that one. Thank you so much, Alachi, for joining us to dissect this situation.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, and one of the things he made mention of that definitely pinpoints was the fact that the money, especially of the anchor borrower loan, did not really get to the recipients, the intended recipients. There's been a lot of allegations on that one, of course, and Nigerians have also been pushing on probing, just like the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs has been probed. They also want to probe on agricultural sector, because we've had a lot of stakeholders, groups coming out here to dissect exactly how that anchor borrower and even other loans given to the agricultural sectors has been affected, has not really gotten to the right people. All right, we have another caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. It's good to have you. Your name and location.
I'm calling from Kogi State. My name is Jibrin.
Jibrin, you have to speak a bit louder.
I'm calling from Kogi State.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
My contribution to what you are saying, I find a great problem. I'm a farmer. The problem I have in our own Kogi State is flying. Like yesterday, the day for it, I went to farm to approve my cassava. Flying opposite my cassava and give it to their cow to eat. As I was talking, he carried cutlass and this thing to pursue me. As I talked to him last month, flying out of a man in Azukuta here. Cut off his hand because cow was eating his crop, that's cassava. And he was telling me, Abuki, why? He said, are you saying that my cow should not eat? Protect the cassava. I can fly and be moving inside the bush with the cassava, even inside the town. They are armed. One Nigeria. At times we are going to farm, I carry cutlass. You see flying, will be telling you, police will tell you why you carry cutlass, why you are going to your farm. But they cannot challenge flying. So the problem we are having in Nigeria is number one. My colleague said something. The man that spoke last now. It's politicians. The governors are not trying at all. The governor, the local government chairman, they are only the ones they get there. If them say you are not a politician, nothing will reach you. All these agree, like let me tell something they are saying about politics. Like our area now, they give us a 4 cup of rice. And they are showing them the television that they are giving people one bag in Kogi, one bag in Kogi State. So what we are saying is that our governors know the problem we are facing. When the federal government release that money, there is no constitution that guards what they call governors. No constitution. They do whatever they like. And when you talk, we are talking about insecurity that not allow us to farm. I and you cannot buy gun. How much do they buy AK-47? Does they not buy this gun for them? After they buy this gun, they use it to chase us and kill us. And when the election comes, the same that gun will go for them. The same these people, you cannot talk to them. They cannot listen to you. They'll come and catch you in your house and kill you. Nobody will act. So it's not only this channel, TV, Trust TV now that we can communicate to people. We are begging the state governors. We are begging them that you calm down to our aid. Nothing reach us. We have found that Fulani is not allow us to farm because of a price or whatever. If they like, let government go and put the price. The state governors will not allow this to reach the commodity. The people that are supposed to use, they will not use it. They will go and carry camera and video their members who they can send message to go and do whatever they want to do. So can all of us be a politician? Somebody will say that when the old days we used to go to farm. If your father gets if you have the same father, and my father trained me to go to school, and he asked you to stay behind to go and farm, will you like it? Federal government is not bring money. State is not. If the federal government releases money, every knows the federal government. Every knows what the state is doing. It's only to buy AK-47 to keep people.
We
Private people to keep
that's
that's what the
definitely
state
not what we
governors
want.
are doing. That's what they are doing. We are asking people to help us beg our state governors, our local government chairmen, our councillor. Be a councillor now. They are talking about autonomy. Let that autonomy happen. And you see what they will do. The local government chairman will go and build a house in the US. They will carry them on. Nobody will be challenge them. If you talk, they will buy their guns. Look, civil security in Nigeria. Different uniforms. Upon all this, they are still killing people. Look at our brothers and sisters in the north. Even in Kogi State, they kidnap people, do a lot of things. A few days ago, they are doing election. They are doing Idi Kabiru. Somebody was shooting guns in Ajokuta local government, the city. Somebody was shooting guns. They are asking, and they have the very close area commander. They don't go and ask him, my brother, why are you shooting guns? What of if he shot somebody? What will happen? That is the end of the matter. When some of us went there to correct, they say, the police are aware.
That is really disheartening. If we go deep into insecurity in Nigeria, it's really disheartening, and I get where your emotions is coming from. Thank you so much for calling to share that concerns, and it's good that he made mention of state governments doing a lot of things. All right, we have another caller. Good morning. Please turn down the volume of your TV.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, it's good to have you. Please turn down the volume of your TV. Tell me your name and location.
My name is Mohammed Jibrin, calling from Adamawa State.
It's good to have you, Muhammad, from Adamawa. Go ahead.
Yeah, my observation is the rate at which chemical fertilizers are too cost is too high. At least they said the dollar is down. The dollar is going down. So at least we are, like in fertilizer now, you get urea no less than 45,000 naira. You are buying urea 45,000 naira. You are buying NPK no less than 30-something thousand. How much are you going to get in the farm? Are you expected to, after you harvest your farm product, you are expected to reduce the price? So at least into the fertilizer aspect and the chemical aspect, it is too expensive. Anybody you call in the farm now to come and work for you will be telling you that the rate at which things are high, he or she is going to increase the money based on the labor to give he or she. So please, if the government can work into the chemicals, the fertilizers we are using for farming, at least it's better. That is my own opinion, sister.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling from Adamawa on that one. I mean, majority of farmers or some farmers can't go to their farm because of insecurity. The ones that can, from the seeds that they would plant to fertilizers that would help them, and all of that is quite pricey. To even the labor that they would definitely have to pay for, everything is pricey. So with all of that, and the government making interventions, but it's not reaching the right people, all of these things are definitely something that has been affecting the agricultural sector. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and location.
My name is Frank. I'm calling from Abia State.
It's good to have you from Abia. Go ahead. Are you still with us?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead with your thoughts.
I want to say that let's please try. Food is people, and there is hungry everywhere.
Okay.
There is hungry everywhere. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling with your own contribution from Abia State. Appreciate that. I mean, a previous caller made mention of state government. I mean, we've been complaining that the state does not generate and accurate IGR, that's the internally generated revenue. So if at all, most states, especially those that have, farm space, solid soil to farm, if they should put much into, curbing insecurity, then it would definitely help farmers. And before you know it, the states could rely on mass production. Good morning.
Mohammed Abai, calling from Adamawa State.
Adamawa, it's good to have you from Adamawa. Go ahead.
Honestly, government need to do something. That we are appreciating the government. The dollar is coming down, but the problem we have in this country, whenever these food items.
Do we still have that caller? I think he really wanted to say something, but the network, his network is bad. So we hope that you definitely call us back. Now, the food inflation on year-on-year basis caused by the prices of these are the items that has been affected. I mean, we're talking about gari, millet, the akpu, uncooked fermented cassava. That is. We have yam tuber. That's the water yam also, and other yam tuber classes. There is the dry fish sardine, which also, the people going to fish also are affected. Hello. All right, we have other caller. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Yes, it's good to have you. Your name and location, please.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma.
Good morning. Your name and location.
Yes, I'm calling from Kwara State.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Kwara State, local government.
Yes, I can hear you. I need your name, and please turn down the volume of your TV and go ahead with your thoughts. Are you still with us?
Yeah, my name is Yakubu Halhassan.
Okay, Yakubu, it's good to have you from Kwara. Go ahead. Please turn down the volume of your TV.
What I can say about the food prices.
Honestly, I think would have to let you go, Yakubi, because instead of you to talk to us through your phone, you want to hear our reply through your TV, and you also want to hear yourself through your TV, so it's delaying communication. Okay, some of the things that have been expensive, like I said, I made mention of fish. We have the mud fish, there is the palm oil, vegetable oil, beef. People that eat beef have definitely been facing a lot of increase. All right, good morning.
Hello.
Please turn down the volume of your TV.
Hello.
Yes, please turn down the volume of your TV.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and location.
I'm calling from Rivers State.
It's good to have you from Rivers.
Precisely from Anthony. My name is Ubunako. It's on Thomas.
Okay. Go ahead with your
this issue of inflation, personally, I think and I believe that if the problems of the farmers are strictly considered, I think we'll have enough food, and that will also bring down inflation. Like I discovered that most of the farmers have poor access to their farms. Like if government will be providing growth right directly into the bush where there are farmland and where they are producing major food products, it will help them at least to access their farms. And if there is any alarming situation, the possibility for government to get to the place right so quickly, immediately, would be there. We know that farmers are suffering in the hands of bandits, kidnappers, and other evil men in the society. What really gave the kidnappers and the others access possibility to attack them and escape easily is because of poor access to their to the places where those things are happening. So I am suggesting that government should find a way and even spend more time and money to construct roads into major areas where food products or farm products are highly producing. Again, I think at those flashpoints, government can float security points and get the farmers acquainted with the security contact so that in case of anything they can call. And again, I'm just thinking that if there are CCTV cameras right inside the bush where can be accessing the farmer, at least the farmer can be accessed. And in case of anything, easily, the area where that attack is happening can be easily accessed, and government can easily get to the place to rescue the farmer. It will help. And let there be, if there are roads, let there be a team that will be going round the roads inside the bush to save the farmers. The food inflation must continue if security is not provided to the farmers. And the provision of the security can be easily met when there are accessible roads. 2, farmers are not actually encouraged in Nigeria. Fertilizer and other things that can help them to make large productions are not actually giving to them. Let it be that if government is after providing solutions like fertilizer and the rest, the farmers should be directly contacted and not through politicians, not through agencies. Like if you come to my place, there are people who are farming like Andoni, Asrama in particular. They don't enjoy anything from government, but they have the zeal and the spirit to farm. But you'll be hearing of government assistance. We don't experience it. We don't even see it. So what I am still suggesting, I am happy that this program is on and people are actually calling for contribution. I am happy and so happy, and I will be on this anytime. But let it be that government should spend their time from federal, state, local government to ensure that farmers are encouraged. If not, we'll be suffering this. There will be no solution. That is my take.
Thank you so much for that take. Of course, you dive into a lot of things, give a lot of suggestions on different aspects, and of course we hope that this message is passed across, the necessary people to take that. And one of the things that you pinpointed that I feel would be a bit not achievable anytime soon is the CCTV, considering Nigeria's technological journey and development so far. But then that would have helped if it's something that could be done. All right. Good morning.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. It's good to have you. Your name and location.
Pastor Adekambi from Peggy in Kuje area.
Okay.
Concerning the issue of ma'am.
Thank you for joining us, Pastor.
God bless you. Concerning the issue of inflation of food in Nigeria, the major causes of it is this issue of bandit. We all know that. But it has reduced the number of farmers from going to farm. Even some have lost their lives. But another area that I want the government to critically look at is our production should be for Nigeria first. If you go to our markets, you will see trailers buying as if Naira has become sand in their hand. They don't fight. They'll be rushing it, they'll be packing it, they'll be packing it. Go to a city, go to Ondo, go to everywhere. Trailers, they'll be packing it and they'll be taking it to another country. We have not yet okay. And some people will be taking our production to another country. So I want the Nigerian government to look into that area. They should not allow our production presently now be taken outside Nigeria. Our program should be Nigeria first before another person. By that, we'll be able to cut the inflation.
Indeed.
Because once of those plants to our market are being taken to another country. So the little people have to inflate it. Because the people that are looking for it are more than what are in the market. This is my statement.
Thank you so much. Amen, Pastor. Thank you so much for calling to share your thoughts. Indeed, I mean, if we are to replicate the ideologies of other developed countries, it's that they always put their own country first. I mean, it's always, Nigeria. It should be Nigeria first before anything else. And if every one of us would have that mentality and push towards giving our own best to our society, then definitely we would move past all of this. I mean, it's really a dire situation at this moment. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's good to have you. Your name and location, please. Are you still with us?
Yes, I am calling from Kwara State.
Can you please be a little bit audible? We can't hear you.
All right. I said my name is Yakubu Al-Hassan from Kwara State.
Okay, it's good to have you, Yakubu. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm calling precisely from Bauchi local government.
Okay.
I want to add to your conversation concerning the food inflation in the country.
Please go ahead.
The issue of this food inflation in the country, we understand that there are some uncovering spaces in the country due to insecurity. But I want the government to take advantage of those areas that are governable. There are some spaces that are governable in the country. I want the government to take to look into it and look the plight of the farmers in those areas, especially in my local government in Kwara State, Nigeria, Bauchi local government. The people there are predominantly farmers. In fact, we are serving Kwara State, Oyo State, Lagos State. And to be frank and sincere, if the government can come into that local government and help the farmers there, I think we can feed about 4 or 5 states, and that can reduce the food shortages in the country. If the government cannot look inward and look for a tangible solution for the plight of farmers, I don't think the food inflation in the country can come down. I don't think so. Because right now, we don't have the food. The food in the country is not available. There's no food in the country. So this is the time, those areas that are vulnerable, the government should look into those areas and provide solutions to farmers so that the few farmers that are left can continue and multiply their efforts to increase the food production in the country. Then in the time, those areas that are ungovernable, the government can do something about it. If the government cannot do something about those areas that are ungovernable, I don't think the problem of food security in the country can be solved.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in, Al-Hassan. One of the things that you definitely pushed on is for the ministry, the government in general, to understand the plight of farmers. And definitely that would be a welcome idea. I mean, there's always an issue when it comes to the passage of, support, loan, interventions from government to the recipient or intended recipient. So that one of the best thing would be if maybe the Ministry of Agriculture would take a tour around, different villages that are definitely farmers or, the agro farms, people that are into farming, and know what exactly they need, what their problem is, and find a solution. That would be an amazing step. That's a great suggestion. Thank you. All right. I think we have another caller. Good morning. All right. Okay, we lost that call. Let's move on. I think I heard another caller in the background. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's good to have you. Name and location, please.
My name is Abdullahi, calling you from Gombe, the state capital of Gombe State.
It's good to have you from Gombe. Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, there are so many factors that contributed towards the inflation of food in the country. First and foremost, the number one and the major factor is a security issue. Considering the fact that Nigeria, 6 geopolitical zones of the country, it's only 3 zones that are the major producers of the food in the country, namely the northwest, the north central, and the northeastern regions of the country. These are the major food producers from the country. And if you take this geopolitical voice one after the other, let's talk about the north-west region. Almost most of the states in that particular region, there are high level of insecurity in those regions. And you come to the north central, states like Niger State, states like Kwara State, states like Nasarawa State, Plateau State. These are the major producers of food in this country. And you go to Niger State, almost all part of about 60% of farmlands of Niger State is being invaded by the terrorists, particularly the bandits. So where is the government? If you didn't tackle the security issue in those regions, you cannot talk of agriculture, you cannot talk of farming, you can never talk of farming. You come to the northeast. The northeast geopolitical zone is already devastated by the issue of this Boko Haram. States like Borno, the farmers in Borno State are no longer going to the farm. You come down to the Yobe State, and you go to Adamawa State, some part of Adamawa State. You also go to some part of Taraba State. The only peaceful state in the northeast geopolitical zone is only Gombe and some part of Bauchi State. So you can see that the entire north, the entire 19 northern states are almost affected by this issue of insecurity. And they are the larger producers of whatever crops that you will produce in this country. So first and foremost, there is need for the government to make an effort. Please, we are just calling to the federal government. Let the government put whatever it can do to bring this country to order in terms of its security.
Indeed.
If the government didn't tackle that issue of security, please forget about the production of food in the country.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Abdullahi, for your thoughts and dissection of that particular situation. We appreciate that. All right, and with that, of course, due to time constraint, we have to put a stop. This is the longest we went on phone calls due to, the situation at hand. Thank you so much for everyone that called in, and even people that were not able to, call in. We appreciate you and hope that necessary people in charge of this would, take on your advices and work with them. Appreciate